So in this video I'm just going to do a quick comparison of the XP rates I get from D&Ds and the XP rate from my normal skill training, and generally see whether it's worth doing D&Ds over the actual training. The D&Ds I do at the moment are Sinkholes, Big Chinchomper, Penguin Hide and Seek, Tears of Gothics, God Statues and Troll Invasion, with the most important ones in my opinion being Sinkholes and Big Chinchompers because they're twice daily ones. Let's kick off with Sinkholes. In my opinion, this is my favourite D&D and I'd highly recommend that you do it twice every day. You can do it back to back and get it done within 15 minutes tops. Obviously the XP reward varies with the lamp you get and your dungeoneering level, but for me I usually come first, sometimes second and rarely third. So I usually get 2 huge dungeoneering lamps a day on average, which give about 60 to 70k XP each, again depending on my level. As I increase my level they'll get more XP. So let's say on average I get about 110k to 120k XP a day on like average over say a period of 6 months or whatever. And the 2 back-to-back sinkholes take 15 minutes altogether. This gives an XP per hour of 440 to 480k per hour, which is ridiculously high. I haven't done normal dungeoneering training in such a long time, but I'm pretty confident this beats it unless you're a super pro Skype team. But I'm only level 102 at the moment, so I reckon my XP rate is at best 200 to 250k dungeoneering XP per hour, training it normally without a super pro team. Next up we have Big Chinchomper. I'm level 91 hunter, so I get the best moths, the black one being at level 91. On average I get around 47k hunter experience per game from the minigame itself, plus the 15,000 competence points which I get can be converted to 7,500 hunter XP, so this gives around 55k hunter XP per game of 20 minutes, which can be 15 minutes if your team gets a Chinchomper to sleep quite quickly. So that's 110k XP a day for the 2 games. Anywhere between 30 to 40 minutes spent, giving an XP rate of 165k to 220k per hour. Now I know Draconic Jadinkos, which is what I do for Hunter XP otherwise, are meant to give 250k Hunter XP and above at high levels if you really concentrate, but I've never managed to get anywhere near this despite doing all the things that I'm meant to. For me it's like 170k XP per hour at best, so you could argue that Big Chin isn't really worth it, since you've got to stop your hunting and do chins if you're going to do both. Now Penguin Hide and Seek is one of my favourite D&Ds because of the great community teamwork involved, which also means I get it done quite quickly, within half an hour if I go to World 60 and use a Penguin FCs. It's once a week and I can get a maximum of 19 points per week because I've done all the required quests, and I usually use it on Slayer because it's a slower skill in my opinion, especially after Runespan has been released. The amount of XP per point is 25 times your level in that skill. I'm 98 Slayer at the moment, so I get 46,550 Slayer XP a week off this, which takes half an hour to do, so at an XP rate of 93,100 XP per hour, which is more than decent. Troll Invasion is similar. I do the hard waves, which is 7 waves, not the 20 waves one, which takes 15 minutes, but you can only do it once per month. There's a complicated looking formula to work out the experience you get, but basically I can get 76k XP for 15 minutes of work, giving an XP rate of 304k XP per hour per Slayer. Damn, will I take that or what? Hello. Tears of Gothics is a decent D&D for me, since my lower skill keeps going between fishing and agility at level 86, which are both relatively slow to train. I've got an ornate bowl, which you can get at 80 crafting and 80 mining I think, for the maximum of 300 experience per tier, and I'd say I get around 150 tiers on average with 3 minutes games because I've got over 300 quest points to give the maximum length of time of 3 minutes. This means I get 45k XP for 3 minutes, giving a whopping 900k XP an hour. Of course, this isn't exactly real, you can't just continue this, you can only do this 3 minutes in 1 week, but it just shows how worth it the D&D is, looking at the sub 100k per hour XP rates of fishing and agility. Finally, I do God statues, which again I only picked the Slayer XP option from. I'd say it takes around 20 minutes to do all four once per month, all 4 statues once per month, and you get construction XP per statue, as if you got a large lamp in construction. At my construction level of 88 at the moment, I get 22,370 XP per statue, so 89,480 con XP for 1 round. As for the Prayer or Slayer XP, it's as if you got a medium lamp in that skill, so I get 17,204 Slayer XP per statue at 98 Slayer at the moment, so 68,816 XP for all 4. Although you can only do it once per month, the XP rate at 20 minutes per round is 206k per hour Slayer or Prayer XP and 268k Con XP per hour, which is completely free. Plus you get that chisel giving giving 1% bonus XP when you train normally if you make 4 of the same statue or something. God statues has to be up there with the best D&Ds as far as XP rates go, I'd say. After all that analysis, most of you are probably thinking, yes, I need to start doing most, if not all, of those D&Ds that I've just talked about. But remember that if you're hardcoring a skill like Hunter and you're a high level as well, it may not be worth it to go off training it just to do the big Chinchomper, because the time spent waiting and travelling to big Chinchomper, etc. may not be worth stopping training. But of course, we're not all robots and we do need a bit of variety now and again. And I think this is where D&Ds come in really handy. I find Sinkhole so fun because it's short and also really competitive. And also that element of gambling at the end with the cards, which just adds to the fun a bit. Although, yes, it can get annoying if you get a small lamp and you're second. To be honest though, if you're not looking to hardcore skills all the time, I think D&Ds are just a really great way to have fun and slowly level up at the same time. For example, I got almost all my XP from level 96 to my current dungeoneering level of 102 just by doing sinkholes. I'm more of a PVMer than a skiller. I can safely say that these D&Ds have made skilling so much more easier. I need to check out the other ones like Wildy Warbands though, which I hear gives you better farm XP than normal tree runs, all at no cost whatsoever, which could be a free and fun way to get 99, but it may take a while. In fact, it might take as long as doing farm runs like once or twice a day, so it's not too bad, but I need to look into that. They're all worth it, to be honest, not only looking at the XP rate comparison, but also the fact that you get a break from lone lifing. Also, I'm not really a born skiller or anything, I'm more of a die-hard PVMer, so I guess these also encourage me to somewhat get my stats up and bring a little bit of competition with my PVMing teammates. I know I need to do some of the other D&Ds more regularly as well, but this is what I recommend people should do from my experience. In order of importance from most to less, from most important to least important. God statues and then Troll Invasion for the monthly D&Ds. For the weekly D&Ds, Penguins and then Tears of Gothics. Oh, I forgot Meg from Player and Ports as well, because you can get a decent amount of XP and GP per week, but no requirements whatsoever. You just need to give the best responses to her questions for the best rewards. You can do this every Wednesday. It resets every Wednesday. You can check out RuneWiki for the link. It's in the description and it'll tell you what the best responses are for the best XP lamps. And finally, the daily D&Ds I recommend that you do are Sinkholes and then Big Chinchomper. I probably need to add the Circus, Wildy Warbands and Fish Flingers to the list, and I'll hopefully look into those in the future. But let me know what others you think are worth doing in the comment section below. I hope you enjoyed, and remember, D&Ds are for the win, especially if you don't procrastinate. Thanks guys.